And now to a stunning reversal. 3 years after Oregon became the first state in the country to approve decriminalizing the possession of small amounts of hard drugs like cocaine, fentanyl, and methamphetamines. After a surge in opioid deaths between 2019 and 2022, the state is now deciding to recriminalize them, making drug possession punishable by a ticket and a maximum fine of $100. Let's welcome Oregon State Representative now, Ed Diehl. He voted no on all of this. Ed, wonderful to have you. You've said in a letter that this bill was a step in the right direction, but you voted no to recriminalize drugs in Oregon. What was your reasoning behind that move?
Yeah, so first off, I would absolutely not have let this bill fail because it is a step in the right direction. And I've been one of the cheerleaders to recriminalize drugs and require treatment. But it missed the mark in a few points. The thing it gets right is it creates a new class DE misdemeanor to put if someone is using drugs, they will either go to get treatment or go to jail. And the whole goal is to get people into treatment. It also makes it easier for us. It fixes a few loopholes, makes it easier for us to arrest drug dealers and go after drug dealers. Where it fails the mark, and what my concern is, and why I tried to raise attention, is the financial aspect of it. Ballot Measure 110, when that was passed, set up an Oversight and Accountability Council that oversees cannabis money that was pulled from schools and pulled from law enforcement. And that money was supposed to go to drug enforcement, drug addiction treatment and recovery, I should say. That group does not believe, the group that oversees that money does not believe in the law that we just passed. They don't believe in recriminalization. They don't believe in required treatment. They're more focused on destigmatizing drugs. They're more focused on harm reduction, handing out clean needles and pipes. So my concern is this bill, we will not succeed unless we have continued funding for the programs that Oregonians know we need. So I wanted to raise that flag that we are not out of the woods yet on this. And we need to make sure we get the money in place to fund these programs that law enforcement needs to get people clean. It's the compassionate thing to do.
Well, and to your point, Ed, many have said that implementation of treatment in the state was not in place in order for decriminalization to be effective. What is the status of treatment now? Are these resources being expanded in any other ways?
They are. Just in my area, Bridgeway Recovery, for example, received some good one-time funding to expand their treatment. We are putting money in place for detox facilities, residential treatment facilities, but we need to do more of that, and we need to reprioritize that money and where it's going. So it is happening, but you're right. We passed Ballot Measure 110, and then the legislature put it in place without any systems in place to handle the fallout. And we see it on our streets every day.
And you can't help but think of law enforcement when you talk about all of this. How does this change in the law? How does that impact authorities? Does it make it more difficult for them to essentially move backwards on this issue?
Make it simpler for law enforcement?
Would it make it more difficult for law enforcement now recriminalizing these smaller amounts of drugs? Does it make it harder for them to go out on the street when you talk about enforcement?
I don't believe so. What I'm hearing from law enforcement in my area is they're pretty optimistic about this change, that it gives them a lot of the tools, not all of them, but a lot of the tools they've been asking for to deal with this crisis. And as it plays out on our streets, we have a large homeless problem here on the West Coast. It's big in Oregon. The vast majority of those folks are drug addicted or mentally ill or some combination thereof. So they do feel it gives them the tools to go confront those folks, and get them into a program. And their goal is not to put them in jail, but get them into a program. And I think that most of the law enforcement that I've spoken to is pretty optimistic.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.